Hello guys and dolls, and welcome back. It's me, Cora. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a Halloween buying guide. I get a lot of questions from people asking like, where can I buy Halloween costumes, or where can I buy cool props, or you know, what makeup should I do? Obviously people watch makeup tutorials and Halloween tutorials and stuff for that, for like the makeup aspect of it. So the makeup portion of this is actually going to come at the end, but I am going to include it because, you know, there are some things that I just wanted to kind of briefly discuss with you. But really this focus of this video is going to be on costumes, on props, on wigs and things like that. Especially for plus size women, it's really difficult to find costumes, and of course I want my channel to be a safe place for people of all sizes. I never, you know, want to exclude anyone. I do want to mention that the advice that I'm giving today and the places I'm showing are primarily for plus size women. However, there is one place I really like to buy costumes from that sells all sizes. So one thing I do want to touch on before we get started is that I know that I was missing in action this week. I had a really bad migraine, and there's just nothing that can be helped in that situation. There's no way that I can, you know, muster it all together and try to make a video for you guys. There's just no getting around it in that situation. And then I had things I had to do on the back end in order to create a series of videos for you, so I didn't have any videos up this week. I figured it's better to have nothing than to have something shitty and half-assed. So what I'm going to do is I'm you know, obviously doing this Halloween haul, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week I'm gonna have a video every single day to kind of make up for it. Hopefully you guys are excited for that. It's a whole week of Halloween. I'm so excited. So the first place I want to share with you guys today, unfortunately I don't have any of the costumes on me to show you, just because they are packed and buried in my Halloween costume storage, and it's just too difficult. Besides, I can always just link you to videos that I've shared them with. So the first place is HalloweenCostumes.com. I'm going to have a link in the description box down below, and below the link to their website I'm going to have links to a few of my videos where I've used their costumes. I know for sure I was using their costumes in my 1920s flapper look from last Halloween, and I was also wearing them in my Malice in Wonderland costume. There's probably a few others that I just can't think of right now, so I will go ahead and have those linked in the description box down below for you. Really love that site. They actually have a specific plus size section, but they also have all kinds of great props and stuff. They have men's plus size costumes, which can be very difficult to find. So I really love that website. It's a wonderful resource, so I'm going to go ahead and have that linked for you down there. My absolute favorite place to get costumes is hipsandcurves.com. It's my fave. They have a lot of costumes that really speak to what I'm going for when I'm looking for costumes, which is, I like a lot of more like gothic type costuming. I like some Victorian, or you know, sort of like steampunk type stuff. I like a lot of like dark circus kind, you know, that kind of thing is definitely up my alley, and this website is just chock full of it. It's amazing. So it's one of my absolute favorite places to buy costumes, period. But the fact that it is specifically for plus size women, so all the costumes are definitely going to be in my size, is kind of amazing. I partnered with Hips and Curves last year for my Halloween tutorials, and I partnered with them again this year, so I actually have a lot of really cool stuff to show you. So I'm going to grab my little thing of costumes and we're going to get started. The main thing I really like about that site is that they're not a lot of like pre-made costumes. It's a lot of like kind of pick and choose, and you kind of can create your own character. They have a lot of really amazing lookbooks that really kind of get your creative juices and ideas flowing. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to share is actually not that exciting, but it's a really good piece, and it's kind of like speaks to the quality that they sell. So it is a cotton skirt, and I've kind of cinched mine up, so this isn't like exactly how it looks online, but it's kind of like that, you know, natural linen type look, and it's just such good quality, and for the price, I mean, seriously, you really can't beat it. This one does, I think, run a little bit large. I got this in a 3X, and I normally wear a 3X, and it's kind of big on me. One thing about their sizes is I really wish the website had more information on each individual item, because their sizes can be kind of all over the place. Like some things I had to order a 5X, some things a 3X, some things were too big in the 3X, like that skirt. It's definitely workable, but it is a little bit big. So this next item is actually one of my favorite things that they have this year. It's like a velvet sort of like half shirt type thing. So amazing. You could wear it like off the shoulders or on the shoulders. So beautiful. Like this would even just be fun to wear with like a long skirt that's maybe high-waisted just as clothing. Just, you know, be eccentric and fun. Really good quality. The velvet on this feels really amazing. It looks great. They sell these really amazing little like shaper skirts. I absolutely love these because they have the garters pre-attached, so you don't have to wear like another garter piece to hold up like you know, thigh-high stockings or anything like that. The other thing I really like about this is it adds a little bit of like a privacy situation. So like if you want to wear like one of those like big poofy tutu skirts or something like that, wearing this underneath gives you just a little bit more privacy. It's, you know, we want to be sexy, but we don't necessarily want all the goods to hang out on Halloween, so I do really like these. I have it in both the red and the black. I really love these, and I wear them with lots of my different costumes this year. And also, because it's a shaping skirt, it also helps to, you know, suck you in a little bit. Some of my absolute favorite items from them are their corsets. I'm over the moon in love with their corsets. I just want all of them. They're so amazing. So you guys remember last year for my steampunk costume, I had this leather corset. I'll go ahead and have a link to videos that I've used the hips and curves stuff with, but this is just, it's just incredible. The quality is fantastic. It is a leather corset, so if you're vegan, that would not, of course, be the best for you. But just the quality and craftsmanship of these is just incredible. Now, I would say if you're like into legitimate like corset training, these maybe aren't exactly what you're looking for. But if you're looking for a super high quality costume piece or something maybe to wear in the bedroom or something, these are amazing. Now, in terms of their leather corsets or any of their like proper, more expensive corsets, like I have this one here, which I was wearing in my Victorian one and in my ringleader costume last year, you want to follow their corset buying guide on their website. I think the general guideline is to take your waist measurement, mine is a 44-inch waist, and then go down 2 sizes. So like if you're a 44, you would want to order a 40. I think that's how it goes. You might want to contact them and you know, check it out. I personally get a 42-inch because that way I'm able to wear it more comfortably. Unfortunately, they don't get very tight. I don't have like a lot of room to tighten them, which is, comes out, you know, like, to me, the comfort is more important than having more room, but as I'm losing weight, I'm wishing I got a smaller size because I don't have any more room to tighten them, but that's just me personally. So I have one to show you. Yeah, I have this one that I was wearing in my Marie Antoinette costume that has like, you know, the sequins all over it. This is one of their like lesser quality corsets. Like you can just like bend them. They're not really well made, but they are fun for costumes. With these, you really want to go up many sizes. In fact, what size did I get this in? I got this one in a 4X. Again, I normally wear a 3X, but I got it a size larger because I knew that I would need more room for, you know, the costume, and because I knew that this isn't really going to hold anything in. So what I found is that this was actually pretty small. I probably could have gone up to a 5X. One thing I absolutely love from Hips and Curves are their raw edged striped tights. These are freaking amazing. They fit perfectly. Let me see, what size did I get? I got a size 3/4, so that's like my normal size for tights, and they fit amazingly perfect. In fact, they could stretch so much bigger than I am, to be honest with you, and they, you know, are held up well with the shaper skirts, which to me, it's like these are like the basics of any Halloween costume. It's like a pair of thigh highs and the garter skirt kind of goes to everything. They also sell the fishnet tights, and they sell these in a double pack, which is really nice because if you rip a pair or something, you have that extra pair. They also have this little bit of rubber, which kind of helps them stay up, which is really nice. Something that you also don't always find at like Halloween shops. Sometimes you find kind of like lower quality, I don't want to say shitty, but like, yeah, shitty tights that don't have those little elements in them. Depending on how naked you're going for like your Halloween costume stuff, they also sell bras and stuff. This is like a little like super sexy bra, which, you know, obviously I'd want to wear this with something covering up the actual boobage because otherwise it'd be like Nipple City. But Nipple City, brought to you by Vintageortacky. In addition to having all these like individual items that you can kind of like mix and match and make a costume out of, they also have a lot of like pre-made costumes. They have one, I think, for Alice in Wonderland, and they have this one, which is really nice. In fact, if you guys can see up close, this velvet has like a pattern on it, which is so cool. So this would be so neat for like any kind of like pirate costume, or maybe even like a ringleader or something. It's a really neat costume. Now this actually zips up. It does have the, you know, corseting and lacing in the back. This is a 5X, and the skirt fits me fine, but the top fits kind of awkward. Like, it's not very good quality, so the zipper keeps coming undone, so I have to all the way unlace it, zip it up, and then lace it after. It's just kind of a pain. The other thing too is that this being a 5X, the breast part of it is really tiny. So I love you guys, Hips and Curves, you guys are amazing, but I do kind of have to call out where I see something not so great, And this costume, you know, it has elements of it that are beautiful, like the texture on the velvet, you know, the overall design of it is gorgeous and it's totally workable. But it's really disappointing that, you know, this breast cup is definitely not for a 5X size costume. The other thing I love about Hips and Curves is they have such a great collection of accessories. You know, like some Halloween places, they've got a lot of junk and you've got to kind of weed through to get to the good stuff. Whereas I feel like the majority of their accessories are actually pretty, sorry, my bracelet's making a lot of noise. But it's cute. It's so cute. I got the same Evangelines, and I'll talk about Evangelines in just a moment. But I did want to talk to you guys about some of their accessories. Like this one here is sort of like a little military hat. I could see how this could also go for like a conductor type of costume. And here's like a little element that I just love about them. They have all these details on the inside. Like they didn't have to do this, but it just makes it so much more like, obviously not like highly authentic. It's like plastic, you know, but so amazing that they have that included. The fabric on it's nice. Little, how cute, how cute. I think I'll wear this for a minute. This one I used last year in my Victorian costume. I love, love, love. Let's go ahead and put this one on too. All these hats look good. So this one is so much fun to wear. In fact, I feel like I should just wear this like out one day. I live in the Bay Area. I can get away with it. So fun, fun, fun. Oh my God, I love that hat. Oh, you know, you like rediscover something and you're like all excited about it. The other thing too is that they have stuff from Lake Avenue, which is, you know, the purveyor of all of the sexy costumes this time of year. So they have things like, this is a pirate hat. Totally do an awesome like pirate costume with this corset, just like, you know, the half thing and this, and do like one of those corsets and some kind of skirt. Like done and done. So easy. And it's going to be different from what everyone else has. And that's the main thing, is that I like that they have so many unique items that are different from what other Halloween stores have. The other thing that they have is they have things like this. This is a riding crop, which is kind of a little kinky. It's also going to be a fun element for a ringleader type costume, or maybe like the military one. You know, there's definitely like cool little elements that kind of get you into the character. And that's another thing too, is I love props for Halloween costumes, because it kind of makes you feel more like the character rather than just like, hi, I put on this makeup and this costume, but I'm gonna act like myself. Like I kind of enjoy like pretending to be someone else. That's one thing I love about Halloween. They also have things like this little 3-pack of flowers, which I have put on as like a little flower crown. So much fun, and it's really good quality. The flowers, they feel like very like thin papery flowers, and it's really nice quality. And that's the main thing I love about Hips and Curves, is that one costume piece aside, that, you know, the one that I thought was kind of that's the only thing I've ever got from them that I thought was really not up to par. Everything is so amazing from that site. Like seriously, I love it so much. So the next couple of things I want to share with you are some things that I actually got at Target. Of all places, I wouldn't think of Target as like a place to get really great Halloween costumes or anything like that. So I found this little thing of hair clips. These were $4. So really cute little hair clips. They're little skull hair clips, which I would wear with this, but I think it's a little ridiculous. And then the other thing that Mikey picked up, this is so amazing. This was a mask that he got for $15 and it scares the shit out of me. How scary is this? Like, hello children, let's play. It's so creepy. So I think Mikey's actually gonna wear this for Halloween. I don't know, he's kind of like going back and forth on things that he's gonna wear, but in any case, it's creepy as hell, and for $15 we were just like so excited about it. The next place I really love to get costume accessories is a website called choice.com. You guys have seen me wear jewelry from them all the time. I really like the site because they have so many eccentric accessories that you just can't find other places, or they're just like cheaper than what you can find other places. So I just want to share a couple things with you guys. First of all, a lot of their jewelry comes in a little box like this, which is so cute. Not what you would expect considering that everything's really cheap. This little piece is kind of cool. It's one of those like chain things that you like put in a bun or something. You know, it's just something kind of cool, like if you're doing like a Princess Jasmine type of costume. They also have these really cool lace masks, which I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like if you're not skilled with makeup and you want to do some kind of like masquerade thing, like this is so easy. Another thing I really like is they have such a cool selection of hats and things like that. I buy these all the time. So I have this one. I think I showed you guys this in a haul before. So this is like a little turban hat. This would be so great to incorporate in a 1920s or 30s type costume, because women wore these a lot. You could do this for a pirate type costume or some kind of like fortune teller. You know, there's so many different cool things that you could do with this. And then the other thing is necklaces. You guys saw me wear this one in my Marie Antoinette tutorial, so it's like fun and over the top statement piece that is not that expensive compared to what you can find from like Kate Spade and stuff like that. You guys have seen me wear this piece many times I absolutely love it. I'm kind of obsessed with it. I got this from Choi's. But those are just some of the things that I really love from Choi's.com, so I will have links to those in the description box down below. The next place I want to talk to you guys about is Evangeline's Costume Mansion in Sacramento. It is freaking amazing. Obviously, not everyone can go there, but what I want to say is that the mom and pop type independent Halloween stores typically are more interesting. They have better quality stuff than places like Spirit Halloween. And I'm sorry, you know, especially for those of you who only have access to places like Spirit Halloween, but if there's a Halloween store that's really cool, that's like an hour or so, or maybe even 2 or 3 hours away from you and you're really into Halloween, it's so worth the drive. Evangeline's Costume Mansion is like 2 hours away from me, and I still make that drive because it's just, they have so much more interesting things, whereas I feel like a lot of the Spirit Halloween type places are a little bit more like homogenized. A lot of the costumes are lesser quality. The accessories that they have are just cheap and just not that interesting. So it's great to go to like a legit Halloween store and like see all the inspiring, amazing things that they have. So I'm just going to show you a couple of things because like obviously you guys can't go to Evangeline's if you don't live in the area, but one thing that was really exciting for me, in the Bay Area, none of the costume shops really have guns. It's really hard to find a gun of any kind, even these kind of like steampunk guns. So I found this little plastic guy. This was $7.50, super cheap, awesome, fun. I don't plan on doing a steampunk look anytime soon, but when I do, I have a really cool gun for it as opposed to that like bang gun I had last year. They have really neat stuff like these old keys. These were $4.99, and I don't know if I'm going to use them for costume. I might use them for like home decorating even, but just kind of cool, fun old keys. They have things like, oh my god, this beautiful van. Can we talk about it? So gorgeous. This was $3.99. Again, not something that you would find at like a Spirit Halloween type store. The really cool stuff, like this is a telescope and it looks like antiqued in age, but it's actually like real metal and it actually works. So this is the kind of thing that's so cool to get at, you know, a mom and pop type Halloween store. I bought this really cool mask. Again, I'm really into masks at the moment. I'm like, I'm all about it. This is actually not a half bad Halloween costume right here. Halloween is also a time where I like to buy things like cameos and stuff, like little skull cameos, which I wear year round. This one was, again, really cheap, like $5.99, and it's a, you know, a shitty chain that I'm just gonna break off and just use the charm. So there you go, amazing, so cute, and it's gonna look great. Like once I put it on a real gold, you know, chain, it's gonna look like a very nice piece, even though I only paid $6 for it. The other thing that they have there, which I really love, they have a huge selection of bandanas. Like look at this one. So beautiful! Oh my god! Love it, love it, love it. So I can't really link to that stuff because Evangeline's doesn't have an online website, which kind of sucks. But again, you know, it's a small business and I love supporting a small business. I love the fact that, you know, it's so much more interesting than the stuff that you can find at like your kind of generic Halloween store. So I'm really excited about that, and yeah, I just wanted to kind of share that with you guys. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about are wigs. And wigs are something that, you know, you can kind of get them anywhere. You can even get them at like, you know, drugstores and stuff, but I find that having a good quality wig is going to make your day so much better. They're going to be less itchy, they are going to stay on better, they're going to fit better, they're going to look better, blah blah blah. So I tend to prefer like synthetic style wigs because they're so much cheaper than buying real hair. I mean, like real hair wigs are super expensive. And the other thing too is that I like ones that have like a nice style in them already, so I don't have to style them too much. Sometimes I'll kind of take out curls like I did with my Antoinette tutorial. I sort of, you know, I definitely did some modification to this. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll have a link to that in the description box down below. By the way, I got this also from hipsandcurves.com. But my favorite places to buy wigs are artowigs.com. They have a massive selection in terms of the styles, in terms of the colors. Like the color selections are just crazy amazing. Also really like rockstarwigs.com. You can get great wigs on eBay, of all places. I found a really great wig for my 1930s tutorial on eBay. And also a website called lightinthebox.com. I don't really know how to describe it. It's kind of a weird website, but that's where I go when I want like more like cosplay type wigs. So I want them really cheap. So those would be where I would show you guys. I would show you guys all my wigs, but seriously, I have so many wigs and it would be kind of a ridiculous like run-on type thing, especially since they might not apply to what you're interested in. So I'm gonna have links to the videos where I've shared wigs in the past and then, you know, what place that they're from. The other thing too is that if you guys are interested in seeing my wig collection, that might be kind of a fun video. If you guys are interested, let me know. The other thing I want to mention to you guys is that I have a video showing how to apply a wig cap and how to wear wigs and everything. So I'll have that linked in the description box below. I've had a lot of people tell me that video is really helpful. It's time for a coffee break. Okay, so now I want to talk to you guys about makeup, and I feel like I've been talking for like 100,000 years, so I'm just going to talk about some of the things that I think are really great items to, you know, pick up or to use for makeup for Halloween. I have some stuff from drugstores and all kinds of stuff, so we're just going to launch right into it. The first thing I want to talk to you guys about is the OCC Cosmetic Color Pencils. These are absolutely essential for me for mapping out looks. I'll use the white one to kind of like draw on like where I want to place things. They are creamy and blendable, but they're not like very greasy feeling, so as opposed to like using grease paint, these ones have a creamy feel and they're super pigmented, so you don't need a whole lot of them either. Absolutely essential for me. I have a couple of less expensive options like the NYX Pencils. These are a couple of their lip pencils, but they have an eyeliner that's pretty much the same formula. They're also really great at mapping out something or blending out. They're not quite as good as the OCC, I'm just being totally honest, but they totally are workable and you can make it happen. Another really great pencil that I love is the Graftobian pencils. They have lip pencils, eye pencils. These are crazy pigmented. They're actually really on par with these ones from OCC. The colors are a bit different, obviously. These are more like neutrally type colors and these are a little bit bolder. So it's definitely worth having both. These are fantastic, really great pencils. And they're super long, so you have tons of them, which is really cool. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about are face paints. Something I really love are water-based or water-activated face paints, like this little palette from Wolf. This is their primary palette. These are fantastic. What you do is you grab your brush, you grab some water. I usually use Fix Plus, but you can just use plain tap water. Mix it in with a little paint cake and then paint on your face. It's just like watercolors, except so much more pigmented, and you can really manipulate how like sheer or how full coverage they are by adding more water, less water. You can also mix the colors. I usually will use this little top part as like a little, you know, paint wheel and, you know, mix things up. Fantastic. I also really like the Paradise palettes from Mayron. This one is the pastel palette. It's a little messy because I've been using it. These ones actually smell like coconut. So these ones are kind of amazing because they smell good. So love these, and I have these in a lot of their other different palettes. I just pulled out the pastel one because I'm actively using it. The next type of face paint that I really like is the Makeup Forever Flash Palette. This is wonderful for doing anything where you want to really blend things together well. It's good for doing foundation work. You can literally use this on eyes, face, lips, whatever. Whereas with the face paints, you really can't use them on the lips just because it cracks and it doesn't look right. Whereas this being a creamy product, it's more like a lipstick type texture. The only thing is I find that if I can use it on my face like once or twice and then it's okay, but if I use it on my face a lot, I break out. So it's not something that I would recommend wearing all the time. The water-based ones would be my favorite for wearing makeup for a longer period of time. The other thing that comes out this time of year that I really love are all the little Halloween kits that will come out. So here are a couple that came out from Wet n Wild, I think last year. So just again, like creamy paints. They're not quite as opaque as the one from Makeup Forever, but they're fun to play around with and so pretty, so pretty. The other thing that comes out this time of year are fun lashes. So here are some from Ardell from a couple years ago. They did this little collection of like feather lashes that was really cool. So always look for like all the cool lashes that come out this time of year. The other thing is that you can pick up Sugar Pill lashes year round. You don't have to wait for Halloween. And they have really interesting ones, super high quality, just absolutely fantastic, and $5 a pair. Or some of them I think are $8 a pair, but roughly they're about $5 a pair. Amazing quality, love them. Someday I'm going to show you guys my makeup collection. You guys are going to see how many Sugar Pill lashes I have. It's ridiculous. And then in terms of glitter, my absolute favorite brand for glitter is Lit Cosmetics. They sell the best glitter in my opinion. I have tons of different ones that I will use for different applications. In fact, I'll have a video coming up this week using glitter. And then they have the best glitter bases. The other glitter base I really like is the Ilamasca Sealing Gel. This one can also work really well. That's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this Halloween buying guide. I hope that this is helpful for some of you guys. I really hope it inspired you. Don't forget to follow me at Vintageortacky on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys watching my videos so much and hanging out with me through this very long video. Remember to make good choices and just be yourself. See you, bye.